In 1983, my younger brother got married to Sarah Calpurnium Terry, but everybody called her Callie. Next, my ma, Nancy Ferguson, on November 23, 1883, 2 days after their marriage, deeded a tract of land in Milam County to my brother, James Ferguson, and his new wife, Callie.
In the state of Texas, county of Milam, I hereby grant to James Ferguson Edwards and his new wife, Sarah Calpurnium Terry, a parcel of land situated in Milam County, Texas, on the south side of the Little River, about 8 miles south of Cameron. Witness my hand this 23rd day of November, 1883. Nancy Edwards.
Now Callie cooked for a large family, 13 kids, plus her husband James Ferguson, and she also had a particular habit.
Yeah, the grandma was a little bit on the fat side, and I don't know how. Raising, you might say, 15 kids, she had to cook. And she told me one time that when she fixed a meal for the kids, she went out and cleaned 5 chickens. And they didn't have running water. And out on, she called it the gallery. It was a rock porch. And in the corner of this porch was a cistern. And she had to go out and draw that water. And her kitchen was just a little bitty room. And when you had that wood stove going back there, it was hot. Why that sweat didn't take all of her weight off, I don't know. But she really worked hard. She wanted her family to be well fed, and they really were. And she could make tea cakes. And this picture here, she wanted him to look real dignified. And him laying in bed, his chin would drop down. He was losing his muscle tone. And she pushed his chin up so his mouth would be closed. And I was there when they made that picture, and I remember her.
Really? Would you show us?
You spoke about the cookies that she made, and everybody talked about those cookies. And I don't think they dunked the cookies in the coffee then. Now that is what I like to do, but I never heard of them dunking. They would just, and you know what? They would mix that cookie dough up and roll them out. And I don't know if they used a cookie cutter or not, but she had to make a lot of cookies for that family.
And she had a little bitty snuff can, was maybe 1 inch or 2 inches tall.
Yeah,
a little metal one.
That was the nickel one, or nickel one, whatever.
And she put that snuff in there, and it was mesquite roots. And I remember my mother, Josie, said, "Miss Edwards, do you really like that?" She said, "Oh, Josie, that's better than any dessert you ever had."
The snuff.
The snuff.
Oh,
and
about the addiction.
After she ate, she had to go and have that snuff.
And she had a peach tree limb that was about 6 inches long, right? And I don't know where she chewed it or she got somebody to chew it for her, because some of them didn't have any teeth. And she'd get it moist, dip it down that stuff, put it in her jaw, get the snuff in, and then invariably, I was 5 years old and she won't give me sugar. And running out of both corners of her mouth. And I just...
You know, I don't ever remember Grandma loving on us kids.
Well, I don't know why, but she sure tried after me, because I can remember that. I'm just at one time.
You were the baby of...
I guess so. I was the baby of Sang. Sang's baby. And man, alive, she wanted me to sit in her lap, and I can remember, you're right, she was fluffy.
She didn't have a lap to sit in.
I mean, she was big and fluffy.
You were talking about.
And, you know, she'd bury me in her chest area, and I couldn't breathe. Couldn't breathe, and she had that snuff running down the corner of her mouth. And that was nasty. I was doing everything I could to get away from her. That's all I can remember about it.